Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. So later this week, the Nier Reincarnation art book is shipping. Let's think about the likelihood of what could be in there, and I'll list a few things I hope are in there. Apparently there are over 500 pages, so that's a lot of room, and most wishes should be within the realm of possibility. First, let's go for the low-hanging fruit, the stuff most likely to be in the art book. There will be promotional art. That is art for like ads or trailers or social media. I would love to see all the Twitter costume introductions included. They are very detailed in the artwork themselves. The written descriptions, however, are pretty useless. If they could upgrade those and get more concrete and more granular, I would love that. As you know, I'm a fan of fashion and fashion history, so I would love insight into, what are the influences referenced, why did they choose this kind of cuff instead of that kind of cuff, that sort of thing. Also, if they had detailed drawings of the kimono patterns in the game, I would love that. And then the lead character artist, he contributed a lot of kind of casual-looking artwork stuff for the Twitter account, and it would be really cool to include all of those in the book, including the character profiles, which I have covered in videos previously. And then there would be concept art. This was one of the main things teased for the book, so this is pretty much a guarantee. In one of the final live streams, the developers devoted a section to just showing off concept art of character costumes. I want that for similar reasons I wanted the costume descriptions. They also showed concept art of like weapon families, and I expect more of those. It would be cool to get all of them, but I wonder if there is enough space. 500 pages is a lot, but there is a limit. Also, if they can include the weapon stories printed on the page, that would be amazing, but I'm not as optimistic about that. Also, I expect a lot of artwork of the cage, both promotional and conceptual. I hope they talk about the design philosophy, although we already know that it is designed by aliens who seem to be mimicking human architecture, which probably explains why so much of the structure feels purposeless and unlived in, a complaint I had very early in the life of the game, before I was aware of the true nature of the cage. Then there are a few things they touched on in some of the final live streams, which they may include in the book. One is the bad ending for Gale. The writer said that they wrote a bad ending for her, but they went for the good ending in the game, which was laid out in Secret Story 10. I talked about that in my Gale analysis video, linked to that below as well. I hope they include all of the secret stories and their art, and it would be fun to get like extra or alternate stories. And speaking of unreleased stories, there is a good chance the Recollections of Dusk stories for the Sun Moon characters will be included, and this might be the most exciting thing for a lot of people. In the livestream, they said that they were all written. Like, for example, Hina and Yuzuki's take place during their junior high school years before the divorce, and the head writer said he wanted to get the stories out by any means, even on Twitter. I've been following his Twitter all this time, and he has not tweeted them out, so I expect them to be in the book. And if the Sun Moon RD stories are in there, then probably the Girl Monster RD stories are going to be in there too. I would love that, especially if they included the art to go with it. And the writers, they also mentioned that they have like in-house character cheat sheets that list characteristics, motivations, traits, etc. They showed Akihas in one of the live streams, and it would be great to get those for all of the characters. Alright, and then we'll get to my wish list. I've mentioned a couple already, like, better descriptions for costume designs and explaining the design philosophy behind the architecture of the cage. On the topic of costumes, I mentioned this in player surveys, but I want to see the layers of costumes. The easiest to understand example being Bloodless Noel with the coat off. I just want to see more details of the costume design, which was really good in Reincarnation overall. Also, I would love if they showed unreleased costumes like Fractured Leon, Lacrima Sariu, and Abyssal Friggin' Argo. And, just like with the cage, I would love notes about each series of costume, like Fractured and Lacrima, and like, what is the setting for these costumes? What design inspirations are there? What timeline are they on, if that is applicable? And then for news stories, I would love more information on Noel and F66X in particular. We're actually pretty close to the full picture on Noel and her place and time. There are enough hints to extrapolate out the most important ramifications, while F66X seems important but is still kind of shrouded in mystery. And less important, but maybe more fun, I would love to see more versions of Fio and Lavania over the years. We got hints of it in like Lavania's RD story and the People World arc of the main story on like a scroll, where Lavania is a dragon. But more of their incarnations revealed would be awesome. I love that conceit of like two damaged souls destined to find each other in life after life after life. It's heartwarming. And finally, I would love to see an interview with Yoko Taro. One of my pet peeves covering Nier Reincarnation was people, even hardcore Nier fans, writing off the game because it was on mobile, and it was so delicious to see the cognitive dissonance haters experience from him tweeting out Reincarnation. Still one of the best tweets ever. The lack of self-awareness among mobile game haters is really stunning. They are fans of a medium, video games, that constantly gets punched down on by mass media and the average person, and they're crying out, video games are art, and yet here they are, punching down on their own medium. It really is amazing. I'm being facetious. I don't want to end the video on a vinegary note, but I've been saying for years, there is value and beauty to be found in mobile games, just like in any medium, but people don't listen to me because I'm a nobody. But Yoko Taro is a somebody, and if he could give an interview, expanding on his thoughts on the importance of reincarnation to Nier, the unique storytelling possibilities in a mobile game done over 3 years, the unique storytelling possibilities in a memory bank like The Cage or Sino-Alice's Library, or like his thoughts on digital media versus physical media, I think people would listen to him, and I would love that. And I hope this art book is seen enough and shared enough and accepted enough that all Nier fans, whether they hate mobile or not, can find something in Reincarnation that entertains or moves or inspires them, even a fraction of what us players felt in the game in real time. Okay, very much looking forward to Thursday. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.